congratulations from the bottom of my heart to all those proud parents and also those students who have succeeded with honors, most of them, and passing their senior high school exam, thus paving the way to travel next year to enter the various universities, whether it's in France, whether it's in Guadeloupe or Martinique. It's a very encouraging sign. It says that parents are really devoting time and effort and providing the motivation and the support that is so much needed at this difficult time. So they have my sincere appreciation, and I again congratulate them for their endeavors and wish them best in the future endeavors. What I want to also add is that while they are making preparation to travel abroad to face many challenges in Europe, it is important that they be reminded of the fact that there is scholarship funds. And I know that the collectivity has made some interesting progress in terms of allocating additional funds to students. The scholarship fund of the collectivity is a serious budget with the fallback, of course, of the European social funds as well. So it's available for students, and I'm appealing to them to make use, because it doesn't seem that they all seek that information and to tap into those resources. But I know it will be a great help to the families, especially struggling parents on St. Martin. So the information is going out to them so that they will take necessary steps in terms of reaching out to the collectivity and seeing what are the procedures so that they can tap in and enjoy the benefits of those funds. And I hope that they do so within a relative short period of time to get the benefit for them. I also sat on a meeting 2 weeks ago of the Commission on Education, and as a board member, I must say that I was disturbed by some information given to the members of the commission, where it was said to us that it is regretful to see that some students who in the past have benefited from the funds do not show up the following year to renew their scholarship request. And this has to do with the fact that they are not making that step because they simply are not in the system anymore. And I asked the question, why, and are we following up on the situation to have a better understanding as to what is happening? So it seems as if increasing amount of students are now dropping out of the universities in France and also in Guadeloupe. This is information reaching us. Like I said, it's very disturbing, because when you provide scholarships, it is in the best interest of the country, in the sense that you want to encourage our students to go abroad to study, to conquer, and to come back with their academic achievements, so that we could integrate them in the different systems on the island, thus become part of the whole advancement or the progress of the country. But if we have an alarming amount of them who are not succeeding or who are dropping out after their second year in university, it's not a very encouraging sign. So my point here is to say that we need to look at an alternative. And this is something I've been arguing ever since I got into office at the collectivity. And I've been calling on the president's attention to look seriously into creating a structure, a university structure on St. Martin, where we can hold back those kids for a relative long period of time to better prepare their minds, give them the right mindset and the tools needed to be more successful when they choose to go abroad. This is a position that I've taken since I'm in office. And unfortunately, my request is falling on deaf ears. But again, here are the consequences when, while we are waiting or while we are dragging our feet in terms of making this become a reality, we are losing some of our bright minds in France. And it's not a healthy situation in terms of the need of having young intellectuals coming back to this respective land and being part of the decision-making process. So again, my appeal to the president of the collectivity to say, for this new school year, let's focus on making this become a reality. We can best prepare our young minds by keeping them back on St. Martin in our local university over the next 3 years to better prepare them to go abroad. And I'm sure that the result in terms of academic success would be much more encouraging or much more interesting than what we know it today. So this is a special appeal to the president of the collectivity. Look into this matter urgently, because figures are indicating that we are losing a percentage that is, to me, unacceptable.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Our second topic is about the Ombudsman, who refrained from defending the rights of the consumers. As co-coordinators of the St. Martin Consumer Coalition, we visited the Ombudsman from the moment we experienced that the Inspectorate of TIAT did not stop the unlawful tariff increase at the St. Martin Medical Center, after we have filed our complaint officially with them in February 2018. We provided the Ombudsman with all the information on the illegal tariff increase of 41.8% that the SMC has introduced since January 2018. And also, we informed them about the many public and official cry-outs we had to protect the rights of the consumers. The Ombudsman only addresses complaints against government entities. So we could not file a complaint against the St. Martin Medical Center because the St. Martin Medical Center is a private foundation. The Ombudsman advised us to write a letter to the Minister of ASR and to the Minister of TIAT and to await their response. If no response or an unsatisfactory response, then the Ombudsman would handle the complaint. So when we got information that the Minister of TIAT and the Minister of ASR had prepared a national decree to legalize the unlawful tariff increase at St. Martin Medical Center, we again went to the Ombudsman for advice. The Ombudsman advised us now to file an official complaint against the ministers so that they then could start handling our official complaint. In November 2018, we filed an official complaint with the Ombudsman against the Minister of TIAT and the Minister of ASR for non-response of our letters from March the 12th, 2018. The Ombudsman officially suggested each minister separately an intervention proposal based on our complaint to provide the Consumer Coalition within 1 week with a concrete and motivated response to our letter of March the 12th, 2018, or to invite the Consumer Coalition for a meeting to meet on the matter. The acting Minister of ASR, the Honorable Minister Miklos Gittersen, he responded to the Consumer Coalition in a letter of December the 14th, 2018, with a carbon copy to the Ombudsman. The Minister provided us with a copy of the draft National Decree on Medical and Nursing Tariffs and an annex with the explanation on the legislation, the legalization of the unlawful St. Martin Medical Center tariff increase. We asked the Ombudsman to not approve the National Decree as it is discriminating between consumers making use of St. Martin Medical Center services. tariffs for non-nationals were 80% higher than the 41.8% tariffs charged to residents. The Constitution of St. Martin does not allow discrimination on any ground. The Ombudsman then, on January the 16th, informed us that they refrained from further investigation. Why the Ombudsman decided to refrain from further investigation of the unlawful acts committed by the Ministry of VSR, and why they did not defend the right of consumers not to be discriminated. The Ombudsman wrote, and we quote, "Considering that a motivated response was provided by the Minister of VSR on December the 14th, 2018, as well as an elucidation regarding the tariff increase, the Ombudsman refrains from further investigating your complaint, and your file will be closed." In a note to their refrain letter, the Ombudsman wrote, and we quote, that if we are not in agreement with the response of the Minister of VSR, we can inform the Minister of VSR of our disagreement in writing. In other words, the Ombudsman refrained from investigating the illegal steps of government since 2016, committed and left Minister of VSR and the St. Martin Medical Center continue to slaughter the consumers with a 41.8% tariff hike at the St. Martin Medical Center, and non-nationals with an 80% higher charge than the residents. The Ombudsman refrained from investigating the fact that the social tariffs were increased since 2016, meaning that SZV, without a national decree allowing a change of tariffs, was unlawfully increasing the deficits of the social health insurance funds, ZV and OV. By refraining from investigating this unlawful absorption from increased social tariffs, where until today no correct legal procedure has been followed to change the national decree of medical social tariffs, the illegal plundering of SZV healthcare funds by the Minister of VSR, the Director of SZV, and the Director of the St. Martin Medical Center is still continuing.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for. Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices, the Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner.
My name is Reginald Bakari Arundel, and I have the honor to serve as a General Secretary of the WIGSU PSU Union. I want to thank the organizers for putting together such a relevant topic, all right? A few things came to mind when I was listening to the different interventions. And one thing that immediately stuck out is that we use this term slavery. Now, I am a novice when it comes to history or our story, but I want to submit that perhaps we must consider using the word Holocaust instead of the word slavery, because some of the documentation that I've been privy to read suggests that the amount of souls that were lost during the Holocaust, or the African Ma'afa, if we want to take it to our cultural reference point, would be close, or not close to, it would be above 60 million. I want to submit that we consider using this because it gives more weight. I don't like to compare the sufferings at times because the soul of someone in Africa has the same value as a soul in Brazil. But if they can use the word Holocaust for their 6 million lives were lost, and we lost 10 million in the Congo alone, we should consider this in going forward. To the Honorable, to the first speaker, I began to salivate when you started talking about the connections between our historical past and present. And I was hoping, because you touched upon the CFT, and I was hoping that you would have also said, you know what, isn't it ironic that our governor is appointed by whom I would consider our historical enemies? Isn't it ironic that when they're taking the oath, they have to swear allegiance to the king, not to the people? I mean, we can go on and on. I listened to Brother Gilbert talk about Maroons catching runaway slaves or people running for their freedom. But I submit that perhaps it was because the Dutch, the British, and whomever threatened the Maroons to run after their brothers and sisters, because if they didn't do that, the British would have exterminated everyone. And I think I'm just trying to bring some sort of balance or maybe fill some voids in the conversation. I can totally relate when you said that when you went abroad, you developed that consciousness. Because that happened to me also when I came upon the teachings of the Honorable Marcus Garvey. George Lamming said that he learned of his West Indianness while abroad. Franz Fanon realized he was a black man when he went to Paris. So that's just part of the, evolution of things. Another thing I want to submit is that I don't want to compare who fight first and who fight longer. I want to submit, from the time the first European came on the land, we've been fighting. And the only reason that they gave so-called emancipation of abolition, not because they were nice, not because they were God-fearing men, not because they had a good breakfast, it was because of money. It's because of economics. And I base my argument based on the historical writings of the Honorable Eric Williams, who wrote the classic book, Capitalism and Slavery, and From Columbus to Castro. And he shows you the reason, the economic reasons why the British, the Dutch, and the others decided to end slavery. It was because of money. Nothing else. Because of money. Now, maybe because I'm a bit young, and you'll have to forgive me, I don't need no apology. None whatsoever. You understand? They ain't do it then, they ain't going to do it no time soon. What I want to put forward is that we must learn from other groups in the art of organizing for power. When we establish our own economic system, take control of our labor markets, have our own independent institutions, then we are preparing ourselves that they have to engage us. Right now we are negotiating, we are trying to appeal to the moral conscience of a people who have no conscience. And I say that with utmost respect. But I am informed by history. We are constantly talking about maybe they will change. They ain't changed since 1619. They ain't changed while they was in the caves in the Caucasus Mountains. They ain't going to change now. All right? That's my particular position. And in closing, I love the discussion. Really do. However, I'm hoping that an outcome of this discussion would be to set up a reparations committee on St. Martin or the Caribbean islands, formerly under the Dutch Empire. Because it's an empire. Let's not fool ourselves. Those military tanks you see going out there, they come to keep us in place, quote unquote. Let's not misunderstand the signs of the times. So I'm hoping that an outcome of this discussion will be to establish a reparations committee very, very soon. Thank you.
Last Saturday we had the commencement where 18 students graduated. Of those 18, 10 of them were strictly USM students and 8 were UVI at USM. Mm-hmm. If I go through the breakdown, 6 of those got their associates in general liberal arts, 3 got their associates in hospitality and tourism management, 2 of which also got their BTech HNC hospitality management diploma. Mm-hmm. And then we had our last student graduates with their Bachelor of Arts in Education. So that's the last student receiving a USM Bachelor of Education. And then 5 students got their Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education from UVI at USM. 1 graduated with her Masters of Arts in School Counseling and Guidance. And 2 got their certificate in Secondary Education.
18 students graduated. There has seen a decrease in the number of students graduating compared to last year. What would you have contributed the decline to?
Indeed, there has been a decrease, and it's more, I would say it's more reflection of the impact of Hurricane Irma. We're still seeing some impact of that, but it's more an impact compared to last year. We were seeing its impact more this year, and we're now in the process of registering students next semester for the fall semester, and a lot of students that are coming in to register are already ready for graduation next year. So I anticipate that next year's class will be, a true reflection of the numbers that we're producing.
During the graduation ceremony on Saturday, students were also presented with awards of excellence as well. Can you elaborate a bit more on that?
Yeah, there were a few awards that were given out. In addition to students receiving honors, so 2 students receive magna cum laude honors and 1 received cum laude honors, and that's just based on their grade point average that they were graduating with. However, we had special awards, and Carl Oliver, he received the Board of Directors Awards for his contribution and service to the university. The President Award was given to Alison Stanford for her performance academically as well as in extracurricular activities. Ariane Espinoza, she received the award for the Academic Achievement Award because she got the highest grade point average. And then this year, which was really nice, is that students who completed the UVI at USM program, they also received honors. So Amy Arenell, she received an honor for scoring the best in the class in the graduate program. And Victoria Nelson, she received the best in class in the undergraduate program.
Based on the outcome, is the university happy?
Yes, we are happy, and we've always been cheering on our students, and we will continue to do so. We also had an award for the most outstanding faculty award, and that went to Ms. Sharon Fibert. And so, we continue to celebrate our students as well as our faculty members as they continue to contribute to St. Martin.
Now that the graduation is behind you, what's next? I take it that the registration process for next year has already started?
Yes, so currently we are doing our registration for the fall semester, and so we're trying to get all of our students to come in and register ahead of time so we can make sure that every course that they need are available for them, and the semester will then start on August 19th.
Is there a deadline whereby students should be registered, Doctor?
Yeah, so we want everyone to be registered before July 31st and paid up as well.